Everything in Andy Walker's life is planned to a T. As the daughter of a politician, it has to be, right down to her pre-med summer internship. And that's just the way she likes it. Everything in her life is going according to plan until a scandal happens at her dad's office. Now, Andy has no choice but to spend the summer at home. Her friends think this is pretty awesome, but for Andy, her world is crashing down around her. Not to mention, she'll be forced to spend an awful lot of time with her dad, and they aren't exactly close anymore. Now it's up to Andy to learn that sometimes the best things in life don't come with an itinerary. The Unexpected Everything is the first Morgan Matson book I've ever read, and it's pretty hefty for a summery teen contemporary. At a little over 500 pages, Morgan Matson tried to cover a lot of grounds, from family issues to friendships, budding romances, to summer jobs, and more, all of which were expertly woven together into one fantastically cohesive story. I can absolutely see why a lot of people refer to her as the queen of summer contemporaries. The writing was so easy to get into that without even realizing it, I was up until 4 a.m. absolutely flying through this book. I fell in love with each and every single one of the characters, all of who were completely and totally developed. The friendships in the story reminded me of my own friend group, and all of the references to theater and stage management was just an added level of connection and hilarity for me. The truth is that I wasn't even going to pick this book up. It just didn't seem like something I'd be interested in, and boy was I surprised. I guess you could say that everything about this book was quite unexpected. See what I did there? I only had a few minor issues with this book, one of which being the age that it's marketed to. I know, it's a little nitpicky, but on the cover of the book, it does say for ages 12 and up, although the story deals with a lot of mature topics, and I just really didn't feel comfortable putting that low of an age on the cover, especially in a story that's talking about 17-year-olds getting ready to go to college. Also, one of the characters is a writer, and they had snippets from the story they were writing in the book, which, as well as with Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, I thought the book was completely fine without. It didn't detract from the story, but I don't feel like it added anything either, and I don't think it was completely necessary. And finally, the last chapter felt more like an epilogue, and the way everything was wrapped up seemed a little bit rushed for me. However, due to the complexity of the story and my overall amazing reading experience, I was still able to rate The Unexpected Everything 5 out of 5 stars. Even the most organized of plans can't account for everything. Soon, Andy will discover that only when we're able to go with the flow and live in the here and now will we see that sometimes it's okay to let go, and we can't always expect the unexpected.